When they want World War III, look back when Tidal Basin was created before World War One, and they say 1864 was when America stopped being America. And we are fighting a war where it's mockery to Moses that talked about the Ten Commandments. You know, if you break the commandments, Moses talked about the mark of the beast. And people are killing, they're stealing land, stealing property, they're being pushed with riots, everything. It's all showing how they could divide everyone. It's Republican Democrats are the same. When Obama took over, and then Trump took over after Obama, the BLM started. But Obama made people say, yes, we can, and reverses, thank you, Satan. And if you think about his daughters, Malia and Natasha, when you spell them backwards, and you take out Allah, A-L-A-H, it says, I am Satan. So he named his daughters this, almost like a Patsy. And you think about the people that run all the presidency, because Bush Sr. in 1992, he said, or he had everyone agree the New World Order. So all the presidents have been mockery of basically Revelation 6, where the Lamb opens all the seals. And it's almost like David Rothschild is Jesus, making everyone just fight, and he's gonna rule the world in the end. So you have Clinton as a white horse, you have Bush with 9/11 that they blamed on Osama bin Laden, but there was no wreckage from the planes, and they found passport on the ground that has no possible way of even leaving the plane, but people just pass it off as truth. And you have Obama as a black horse, you have Trump as a pale horse, you have Netanyahu as death when he made all these threats against Palestine. So it's, Hades. You got death and Hades riding together. It's Trump and Netanyahu, but it's symbolism. So the Rothschilds that own everything, they could just make everything happen because we're just garbage. We're animals. We don't matter. They have all the money, but yet they have these genetic problems that they're praying to God to help them for. So, I don't know. You'd think you'd be a little more understanding to the other people that you think are the slaves. So, what about Moses saying where Adam had to work for his money? Okay, you can't just be paid. So when they say these families are 12 children and 18 children, I'm not being disrespectful, but when people question if they're working, well, they're not working. They get a certain amount of money, and thousands of dollars if you think about that many children, and they really want to take over the world. But then what about a driver that just does food delivery, and they're taxing your tips? But then they say, well, they also tax the people that don't even make any money. Well, it's just taxing what you're not even, it's free money you're being taxed, so it's not the same. If a driver, as their vehicle gets worn down, and then there's people that just take your money and they bomb women, children, and then you got a veteran that stands up and they break his arm, a senator breaks his arm, and people don't get it. You don't understand the mark of the beast. Even ICE, they are false witnesses. They lie just to get into your home, and they'll deport you. They'll steal everything you have, and they'll even kill you. And they say the Antichrist will make people take the mark of the beast. Well, like I said, Moses said it long ago. The Talmud, talking about grape soda, that's not what Moses spoke about. They say Moses spoke about the Torah and he wrote the Torah, but that has nothing to do with the Torah, what they're following. When they hate Christians that bad and Jesus that bad, they're not following anything that Moses ever spoke about. When they did, you know, moving on. The golden rule is for people to treat the way they want to be treated to others. And when you're in the garden and you have a job to plant seeds, you plant seeds so you could have something to eat, because you can grow, nurture nutrients out of the ground with trees. It's God's gift to us. But then when we start want to eat animals, and you eat, they start poisoning the food that we eat, and they go back to eating babies because it's pure and they want to be younger again like vampires. Is that really what God was speaking about? If we have all the money to fight each other with all these wars and blow each other up, all that money could be spent to build gardens everywhere. Ones that could withstand whatever nature throws at us, but we are being overpopulated. Instead of just offering a plan to stop procreating so much, it's whoever can procreate the most, and the people that don't will not survive. And if this planet was created for all of us, why can't we go back to that place? It's much older than 6,000 years old, but that's all we want to believe. When these rocks are cutting with laser, and we have the technology today, supposedly, and we just want everything to end, well, they want to have a guilty-free conscience if all the Christians want to just disappear with Jesus. If they want to just blow up the southwest corner like Washington, D.C. was mapped out before World War I. This shows Arizona and San Diego gone. So San Onofre, 2 domes. Palo Verde, 3 domes, just like when Michael stands up. They want to just blow them up. And it shows a keyhole. And it's all just designed just for people to accept their faith. And they won't feel guilty about it. So when they blow us up and we just get out of their hair forever and we just leave, I remember being on a ship before I was born, so obviously this is not where we came from. So have some faith, and regardless what happens, pray for the people that don't have a voice and the people that are just trapped here. The shipping containers, everything that's just silenced. Pray for the people that their screams won't matter and they want to replace everything with robots where they can't hear your screams. And there's a point where we all just need to get up and go.